I realized something so powerful over the weekend that I was excited to get on here and tell you about it today. So when I was really anxious over the past few years and in the storm of a challenging, transformative situation, I was listening to the work of Joe Dispenza. He's a very popular spiritual coach who talks about mind-body coherence and escaping the patterns of who we think we are in the stories in order to open ourselves up to new possibilities, new ways of existing.
Habits and behaviors, and even what you say, and modify them. And then you'd have to look at those emotions that keep you anchored to the past and decide if those emotions belong in your future.
It's very popular. People have a lot of success with his work. And I believed in it intellectually, but it didn't help with my anxiety. For me, I just couldn't make the shift that he was suggesting. And I had his book and I was listening to the meditations and I was disappointed. I really wanted it to be, and maybe in the end it did help because I am where I am today. It just wasn't as immediate as I wanted. But I stumbled across a video by David Bayer, who is also a coach, kind of a spiritual coach, but he has a very direct, clear way of explaining these concepts. And he did a video about how a lot of people struggle to implement Joe's concepts, even though they believe it. And the way he broke it down was so good. I will put a link to the video and put a screenshot so you can search it. And something clicked. And as I'm thinking about a lot of what I talk about here, like uncovering those thoughts that lead to emotions, that lead to creating this world around us that feels very true for us, but isn't objective. It can change. And I think as women, we have the power of knowing this because our reality does change throughout the month as our hormones shift and we have different insights and emotions. We do experience the world differently. So we know this to be true. But what it awakened in me, they talk about being, once you clear these patterns, or as you are clearing these patterns, you get very clear on what it is you do want and the reality you do want to invite in, and you get excited about it, and those emotions create momentum and they lead to ideas, and it's all like very practical. It's not even metaphysical. It's like, this makes sense. But I started to get excited about things in the future, things I might do or have, or ways I might feel, and it's just starting to lift something in me, like, ooh, I remember this feeling of being excited about possibility. And I was like, that's interesting. When did I stop feeling that? And I realized I had made this unconscious false assumption that in order to be happy, you need to be content in the moment. And what that meant to me is not being excited about the future, because that's putting your hopes in something that isn't here and may never come, and you're missing out on the now. And this is like a very common spiritual teaching, and I think that there's not wrong. You can't think, well, I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when this happens, I get this promotion, I make this amount of money, because that's also not necessarily true. But I missed the nuance of, but it's okay to be excited about possibility. And I am an optimistic person, and it's led me down paths of like, well, this could work. I want to try this. I'm going to explore this. And I had just become so stagnant and not wanting to look beyond what's here right now, because I felt like I was missing the here right now. So it is this dance of appreciation, gratitude, enjoying small pleasures and what's in front of you now, experiencing them, but also inviting in, ooh, but this could happen too, and this might happen too. And I guess the difference is not being attached, like this has to happen or I won't be happy unless this happens, but feeling like, ooh, that kind of tickles me. What if that happened? That would be wonderful. And even as I'm saying this, I feel like my heart has bubbles in it. Like it's just so invigorating, and it makes me excited to go about my day. So I'm still enjoying the now, but with this sense of effervescent possibility. So I just thought this was so important. Let me know if this resonates. I hope that it plants a seed in you and maybe starts to stir some of the feelings I'm having, because it feels like anything's possible.